Are the streets about to turn into rivers in your town tonight? Because what is heading toward Britain right now is not your typical February drizzle. In the next 60 seconds, I will tell you exactly when the heaviest rain will hit your doorstep, which areas face winds strong enough to knock over bins and garden furniture, and why the next 12 hours could bring 15 millimeters of rain, double what we saw yesterday. Stay with me, because at the 30-second mark, I am revealing the 3 areas facing the most dangerous conditions tonight, and one of them might shock you. Right now, as I speak, a massive low-pressure system is charging across the Atlantic. This is not a drill. This is happening now. Here is what makes tonight different. Manchester already had rain all morning, then it stopped. Sounds good? Wrong. That was just the appetizer. The main course arrives between 7 and 9 tonight, and it is bringing friends. Winds up to 50 kilometers per hour, rain so heavy your windscreen wipers will struggle to keep up, and in Scotland, snow thick enough to close mountain roads. Here is the reward I promised at 30 seconds. The 3 most dangerous areas tonight are Giantess Causeway in Northern Ireland with waves up to 6 metres, Aberystwyth in Wales with 50 km/h winds and coastal flooding risk, and the Scottish Highlands with blizzard conditions above 600 metres elevation. If you live near any of these areas, stay indoors after 7 this evening. London, you had sunshine this afternoon. Those blue skies, gone. Right now, thick grey clouds are rolling in from the west like a curtain closing on a stage. Temperature 8 to 9 degrees Celsius. Feels colder because of that southwesterly wind blowing at 22 kilometers per hour. And here is the critical timeline. Rain starts between 6 and 7 this evening in central London. Western suburbs like Richmond and Kingston, you get it earlier, 5 to 6 this evening. East London, Stratford, Greenwich, you have until 7 or 8 tonight. Peak rainfall hits midnight to 2 in the morning with 8 to 12 millimeters total. Birmingham, you are in the danger zone tonight. Why? You are stuck between 2 weather systems, and when they collide over your city between 7 and 8 tonight, rainfall could hit 15 millimeters by morning. That is enough to flood poorly drained roads. Humidity is already 84%. Your windows are fogging up right now. Are they not? That is because the air is saturated, ready to burst. Manchester, I mentioned you earlier. Your rain stopped, but it is coming back with vengeance. Between 8 and 10 tonight, expect moderate to heavy downpours. 28 kilometers per hour winds, humidity at 90%. This is what meteorologists call a double hit system. You got wet this morning, dried off, now prepare to get soaked again. Now comment below where you are right now. Seriously, tell me your town or city and I will give you the exact timing for your area in the replies. This is not a generic forecast. This is hyper-local intelligence. Scotland, this is where the story gets serious. Glasgow and Edinburgh, temperature dropping to 3 to 4 degrees Celsius tonight. That rain you are getting, it is turning to sleet in higher areas. Grampian Mountains, Cairngorms, Scottish Highlands, 15 to 25 centimetres of snow expected by tomorrow morning. Roads will be impassable. The A9 between Perth and Inverness, treacherous after midnight. Cardiff and Swansea, Wales, you are getting battered right now. Rain started 2 hours ago and it is not stopping until tomorrow afternoon. Wind speeds, 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. Swansea, your seafront is experiencing waves 2.5 to 3 meters high. That is taller than most people. Do not walk along the coast tonight. Brighton, your beloved pier is taking a beating right now. Waves are already 2 to 2.5 meters, crashing against the supports. Wind from the English Channel is 35 kilometers per hour. By midnight, those waves could reach 3 meters. The seafront promenade will be dangerous. I am not exaggerating. Water will splash over the barriers. Liverpool, your position on the Irish Sea coast means you are getting hit from 2 directions. Rain from the Atlantic, wind from the sea. 30 kilometers per hour winds right now, increasing to 40 by 9 tonight. The Mersey waterfront will be extremely windy, rainfall 8 to 12 millimetres tonight. Newcastle and Sunderland, the northeast coast is facing strong northerly winds tonight, 25 to 35 kilometres per hour. The North Sea is choppy, waves 1.5 to 2 metres. Fishing boats are staying in harbour. If they are staying in, that should tell you something about conditions. Leeds, Bradford, Sheffield, the Yorkshire cities are cold tonight. 5 to 6 degrees Celsius. You are on the edge of the sleet zone. If temperature drops just 1 more degree, that rain becomes sleet. The Pennines to your west are definitely getting sleet above 400 metres. Peak District, same story. Here is something most forecasts will not tell you. Atmospheric pressure in London is 1,012 millibars and dropping. When pressure drops this fast, weather deteriorates quickly. Some of you might feel headaches, joint pain, general discomfort. That is not in your imagination. Pressure changes affect the human body. You are a biological barometer. Bristol and Bath, you are getting rain, but slightly less than Wales to your west or London to your east. Still, expect 10 to 12 millimetres tonight. The Avon Gorge will funnel winds through, making Clifton Suspension Bridge crossing uncomfortable. Wind speeds there could hit 40 kilometers per hour. Now, here is the twist I promised at 5 minutes. This storm system is not moving fast. Most Atlantic systems cross Britain in 12 to 18 hours. This one's sluggish. It will sit over Britain for 36 to 48 hours. That means you are not getting one night of rain. You are getting tonight, all day tomorrow, and tomorrow night. Coastal erosion risk increases. Sea defenses will be tested for 2 full tide cycles. Exeter and Plymouth, Devon and Cornwall, you are the first to get everything because weather hits you from the Atlantic first. Plymouth right now has rain, wind, the full package. 35 kilometre per hour winds. Rainfall already 8 millimetres today, another 10 to 15 tonight. The Tamar River is rising. Belfast, Northern Ireland, you have had rain all day, 12 to 15 millimetres so far. Another 8 to 10 millimetres tonight, 25 to 35 kilometre per hour winds. Humidity 88%. The Titanic Quarter is shrouded in mist and rain. Visibility poor. Aberdeen, Edinburgh, east coast of Scotland. You face North Sea winds tomorrow. Today was Atlantic weather from the west. Tomorrow adds North Sea weather from the east. Double exposure. Fishermen know what this means. Everyone else now you know too. Inverness and Fort William, the Scottish Highlands, this is your critical alert. Snow above 600 metres tonight. Heavy snow above 800 metres. The A82 along Loch Ness, the A9 through Dromocta Pass, both likely closed by tomorrow morning. If you need to travel tomorrow, check Traffic Scotland website every hour. Isle of Skye and Outer Hebrides, you are getting the Atlantic Fury unfiltered. Wind speeds could hit 60 to 70 kilometers per hour on exposed headlands. Waves 4 to 5 meters. Ferry services suspended. This is island life in February, but tonight is particularly rough. Let me paint you a picture of what is happening right now across Britain. In London, office workers are leaving buildings, looking up at darkening skies, deciding whether to grab that umbrella. Smart ones are. In Manchester, parents are picking up children from school, windscreen wipers already working. In Glasgow, streetlights are reflecting off wet pavements, snow visible on distant mountains. In Cardiff, shopkeepers are bringing outdoor displays inside before wind takes them. In Belfast, harbour workers are securing boats, doubling mooring lines. This is Britain preparing for weather. We are good at this. We have done it for centuries. But tonight requires extra preparation. Driving tonight? Listen carefully. Roads will be wet, obviously. But here is what people forget. The first rain, after a dry spell, lifts oil from road surfaces. Roads become skating rinks. We had some dry hours today in many areas. That oil is waiting. First 30 minutes of rain are the most dangerous for driving. Reduce speed by 20%. Double your following distance. Turn headlights on even if it is not fully dark yet. Visibility will drop fast. High-sided vehicles, caravans, motorcycles, be extremely cautious. Wind gusts to 45 or 50 kilometers per hour can push you around the M6 through Cumbria, the M8 in Scotland, the M47 bridge, all exposed to crosswinds tonight. Train passengers, some delays expected, particularly in Scotland and Wales where snow and flooding are possible. Check National Rail website before travelling. Air passengers, wind is the issue, not rain. Wind affects takeoffs and landings. Manchester Airport, Edinburgh Airport, Glasgow Airport, all experiencing crosswinds. Expect possible delays, especially smaller aircraft. Here are your specific regional timelines. Pay close attention to your area. London and Southeast. Central London rain 6 to 7 this evening. Peak intensity midnight to 2 in the morning, ends mid-morning tomorrow. Western suburbs rain 5:30 this evening. Peak 11 tonight. Eastern areas rain 7 to 8 this evening. Peak 1 to 3 in the morning. Brighton rain 6:30 this evening, continuing through tomorrow. Cambridge and Oxford rain 6:30 to 7:30, moderate all night. Midlands. Birmingham, rain 7 to 8 this evening, heavy from 10 tonight to 3 in the morning, total 15 millimetres. Coventry and Leicester, rain 7:30 to 8:30, heavy overnight. Nottingham, rain 8 to 9, possibility of sleet at dawn. Derby and Stoke, rain 7:30, moderate to heavy overnight. Northwest, Manchester, rain 8 to 10 tonight, heavy from 10 tonight to 2 in the morning. Liverpool, rain 7 to 9 tonight, heavy until midnight. Preston and Blackpool, rain 7:30 this evening, very windy seafront with 45 km per hour gusts. Carlisle, rain continuing all night with snow on nearby fells, Yorkshire and northeast. Leeds and Bradford, rain 8 to 9 this evening, sleet possible on high ground. Sheffield, rain 8:30, sleet on Pennine edges. York and Hull, rain 9 to 10, strong winds from North Sea tomorrow. Newcastle and Sunderland, rain 9 to 10, coastal areas very windy tomorrow with rough seas. Southwest, Bristol and Bath, rain 6:30 to 7:30, moderate overnight, 10 to 12 millimetres. Exeter and Plymouth, rain continuing through tomorrow, very heavy periods, 15 to 17 millimetres. Cornwall, including Truro and Penzance, rain continuing through tomorrow afternoon, 20 millimetres possible. Strong coastal winds, 50 kilometres per hour. Wales. Cardiff, rain continuing through tomorrow, heavy overnight, 18 millimeters total, very windy, 45 kilometers per hour. Swansea, rain continuing through tomorrow, 20 millimeters, extreme coastal conditions with 3-meter waves. Aberystwyth, rain through tomorrow afternoon, 25 millimeters possible. Dangerous coastal winds, 55 kilometers per hour. Bangor and Wrexham, rain continuing through tomorrow, heavy overnight, 20 millimeters, sleet on higher ground. Scotland, Glasgow and Edinburgh, rain continuing through tomorrow, moderate to heavy, snow on surrounding hills above 600 meters. Aberdeen, rain 9 to 10 this evening, strong North Sea winds tomorrow. Dundee and Perth, rain 8:30, possibly turning to sleet tomorrow morning. Inverness and Fort William, snow on mountains, heavy snow above 800 meters, 15 to 25 centimeters possible. Roads may close. Oban and Western Islands, rain continuing, very windy coast. Northern Ireland, Belfast, rain continuing through tomorrow afternoon, moderate to heavy overnight, 20 millimeters total, wind 35 kilometers per hour. Derry, rain continuing through tomorrow, 18 millimeters total. There you have it. Every major region covered. Exact timings. You now know more about tonight's weather than 99% of Britain. But here is what you really need to know. This is not a one-night event. Tomorrow brings more rain. Friday brings more rain. The weekend, you guessed it, this is February in Britain. This is what we do. However, there is hope. By the end of February, days are noticeably longer. Sunset is moving later by 3 to 4 minutes per day. By month end, daylight until 6 in the evening. Spring is coming, just not this week. Final critical information, flood risk, Western Scotland, Northwest England, West Wales. These areas have had heavy rain for weeks. Ground is saturated. Rivers are high. Tonight's rain could push some rivers over flood stage. Check flood warnings on the Environment Agency website. If you live in known flood risk areas, move valuables upstairs tonight. Your action checklist for tonight. 1. Bring in anything from your garden that could blow away. 2. Charge your mobile phone in case of power cuts. 3. Have a torch ready. 4. If you must drive, check tire pressure and tread depth. 5. Stock up on tea and biscuits because you will want them when you come in from the rain. And here is your teaser for tomorrow. By tomorrow evening, I will have the weekend forecast, and I will tell you about a possible temperature drop next week that could change everything. Could we see snow in London? Subscribe, turn on notifications, and you will be the first to know. One more thing. Drop a comment right now with your location, just your town or city name. I am personally monitoring this forecast and will reply to comments with updates if anything changes. This is your direct line to hyper-accurate, hyper-local weather intelligence. Stay dry, stay safe, and remember, an umbrella is not optional tonight. It is survival equipment. See you tomorrow with the weekend forecast that might surprise you.